Hi, it's Rosie from iHeartRecipes, and I'm going to show you how to make the best and most flavorful meatloaf ever. Okay, so to get my meatloaf started, I have some celery, sweet peppers, and some onion. I'm going to chop up everything. Then I'm going to walk over to my stovetop and I'm going to pour in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I turned the heat up to medium and now I am ready to cook my vegetables until they get nice and softened. That only took me about 3 minutes or so, and once I was done, I'm just going to turn the heat off and I'm going to let my vegetables cool until they are nice and warm. Or cold, it doesn't matter. So in this bowl I have some bread and I'm going to pour some milk all over the bread. Then I'm going to use my hands to crumble down the bread. If that bread looks familiar, it is the homemade bread that I shared the recipe for previously. In this bowl, I have some ground beef. I'm using a leaner ground beef. I think it's like 85% lean. And now I'm going to add in 2 eggs and I'm going to use my hands to mix those 2 ingredients. You're now going to add in your milk-soaked bread and you're going to use your hands some more. Now, this is definitely one of those recipes where you don't mind getting down and dirty. Use your hands, they work best. My veggies have cooled at this time. They're still warm, but they're not hot enough to cook anything. And now I'm going to add them along with my meat. I'm going to add in some minced garlic. I want some color, or more color I should say, so I'm going to add some dry parsley flakes. I'm going to sprinkle in some garlic powder as well as onion powder. I need some black pepper, so I'm going to add it on in. And of course, you're going to need to add some seasoning salt or some salt-free seasoning. So once that's in there, I'm going to add in some mild salsa. You don't have to add that, but I love salsa in my meatloaf. And I'm also going to add in some grated cheese. So once everything's in there, I'm going to use my hands to make sure everything is well combined. And please don't forget, if you're enjoying this recipe, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Thank you in advance. Also, let me know what your favorite thing is to have for dinner. If I have a recipe for it, I will try my best to record it for you. Now I'm going to shape up my meatloaf using this loaf pan. You don't have to use a loaf pan for this. You can definitely use your hands, but this works best for me, so I'm going to do it. And now to top off my meatloaf, I'm going to use some barbecue sauce. Some people like ketchup. You could also use more salsa on top if you choose, but this is my preference, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bake this in the oven uncovered on 350 Fahrenheit for 50 minutes. When you remove this from the oven, let it sit for about 10 minutes. And then you are ready to dig on in. Look at this meatloaf. It is packed with flavor. It goes great with mashed potatoes and green beans. Definitely a winner. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget, I upload every Sunday and Wednesday.